It's just an incredible, incredible, incredible hurricane. It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I apologize. This is just horrific. Maximum sustained winds are 160 miles per hour. It is just gaining strength in the Gulf of Mexico, where you can imagine the winds. I mean, the seas are just so incredibly, incredibly hot. Record hot, as you might imagine. You know what's driving that. I don't need to tell you. Global warming, climate change, leading to this and becoming an increasing threat.
If you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
If you choose to stay, find yourself a permanent marker, write your name, your date of birth, and your next of kin on your arm, so we know who you are and who to contact.
Well, Hurricane Milton is here. It should be touching down any moment now. It is now October 9th. It should be touching down, the Gulf Coast of Florida anytime now, if not already while I'm recording this video. And those are the warnings that people are getting. They've been told for days now to evacuate if they can. But do you think they did so?
It's too late to evacuate. 3 feet above normally dry ground, water is already life-threatening.
We are in the direct path that this hurricane's supposed to hit. We're not evacuating. All these animals are children. We're not leaving them.
We're staying. We're not evacuating. Like, highways all the way up through Florida are packed.
I go through like moments of like freaking out, moments of like calm, but I'm staying. And like, honestly, I started looking at flights out of here and it was almost $2,000 for one seat. Traffic, if I wanted to go to the other coast, it's at least taking 10 hours.
Hurricane Milton update from somebody who is not evacuating. I don't want to bring her to a shelter. Gas stations are empty and the traffic is at a complete standstill. We went to 10 gas stations and there was no gas.
Some areas could see surge values at 10 to 15 feet. Look what it does. At this level, the first floors of structures are completely flooded.
Now, people have their reasons. I'm not here to judge them. I will say that they've had days to prepare for this. They've had days, almost a week, because Hurricane Helen, or Helen, however you say it, just passed through Florida. So they know what it was going through. So they've had over a week to prepare. So for people to say they're not evacuating because the highways are packed and they don't want to put their babies through it. Imagine your baby being on top of a roof. And I'm going to leave it at that. Me, myself, I am from Florida. My family is from Florida. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. We have never taken hurricanes serious. And I've said this plenty of times. And it's sad because this is probably going to be a serious one. And people are going to feel the same way. People are already making jokes about it before it even hit. Just take a look.
9:30. We got high, heavy winds right now. The current is ridiculous. We're basically marching up a river. Tide is rising very quick.
Very quick. It's getting hard to walk. Water's almost past the benches.
It's up to my knees right now.
Tampa General is doing well.
It's a whole leg workout.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a leg workout right here.
Show them the bench.
Look at the bench.
Almost underwater.
There's like fish nibbling at our feet.
Keep in mind, full high tide doesn't come.
Yeah, we got a couple hours till high tide.
It's gonna rise another foot.
Yeah, 2 feet. They said 8 feet. I don't know. Lieutenant Dan, prayers to him. He's taking a long nap, so we'll see him tomorrow. Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan was in great spirits. He was not afraid of anything. And he said,
It's just normal. This is just normal Florida behavior. I've lived it. I've grown up in it. I remember being in a hurricane. I can't remember. I think it was, I'm showing my age here. I think it was August of, I want to say, it was got to be late 90s, like 98 or 2000. Can't remember. But I remember looking outside and seeing people just playing in the hurricane. And we had just moved. No, it had to be early 90s because we didn't move to Jacksonville, Florida until like 1992, 93 time. And that very summer, we had a hurricane. I remember us just sitting outside because we moved from Virginia. And we were just sitting in our living room. And we were just watching people sit outside and watch the hurricane or play in the puddles. No one took it serious.
You would have fucking thought
I was gonna let a man named Milton ruin everything that I have.
Serious, man. Nothing.
It's not gonna happen.
Nothing. And when I mean nothing serious, nothing. But not everyone has, like, you know, goofy reasons or being silly about why they're not leaving. Some people really feel the need to stay.
We are not evacuating for Hurricane Milton, even though we are in the Tampa Bay area and we are dead center in the cone of uncertainty. But there's a few reasons why, and this is one of the reasons right here. But we are not in an evacuation zone, are we? No, we're not in an evacuation zone. We are not going to get the storm surge. The people that are going to get the storm surge, yes, they should evacuate. It's going to be up to 12 feet of water, which is crazy. We've never seen anything like that in this area. But fortunately for us, we are not in that zone. And also, we did consider slightly evacuating, especially because of having a newborn baby with us. And the traffic is ridiculous. This is a massive amount of people that are trying to leave the state of Florida because the only place to go is north. And they are just piling on the road. They are running out of gas at the gas stations, and my biggest fear is starting to drive up there and running out of gas and being stranded on the side of the road. It is happening to people. We do not have a very good fuel efficient vehicle, so that is my worst nightmare. And can you imagine this little one being stranded on the side of the road?
And she has a point. I'll show you a video now. There are people, you saw in the previous video, but a more detailed video. I mean, people are stuck on bridges. People are stuck at gas stations that run out of gas. Traffic is heavy. But that is because everyone waited to the last minute to leave. They've been saying evacuate since last week. So everyone waited to the last minute. But let me show you real quick. The bridge is flooded. You can't even... There's no way you're leaving it. This should have been done. This should have been done. I mean, that's sad. This is sad. There are going to be people stuck out on this highway as the hurricane hit. I mean, and Florida's just not the only state that does this with hurricanes, but at some point we got to start taking these things serious. But back to my point, everyone has their own personal reasons. You saw one, here's another one.
I'm going to die. It's Zone A, mandatory evacuation. Listen, I didn't evacuate. I can't drive, first of all. Second of all, the airport is closed. Third of all, the last time I evacuated for a hurricane, I went to my mom's house in Northport. Her whole street flooded and we were evacuated after 3 days without power and food or running water by the US military. It was very traumatic. And so I don't want to evacuate to my mom's house because the last time I did that, it was the worst time ever.
Yeah, that was her reason. It was the worst time. Forget your life, forget survival. People's survival instincts is just below average. That's what I'm realizing. The survival instinct. I remember when we finally did decide to take one hurricane serious, my dad was like, yo, we leaving. We going to Alabama. Pack everything up. We going to Alabama for a few days. We left days before the hurricane hit. Because survival mode. He's a military man. I'm a military guy. I'm a Marine. He was in the Navy. It's just natural for us. But this is not natural. I'm praying that all y'all stay safe. Y'all be safe. I don't wish this on nobody.
So there is no rescue.
Poor dog.
I just called them. Everything's been suspended. This is my house right now. And this is outside now.
Jeez. And the hurricane hasn't even hit yet.
My car is destroyed. It's completely underwater. There's like a random fence out there. There's my car. And yeah. So this isn't good, guys.
No, it's not. She might as well put an insurance claim in at this point. It's done. Her car's done for. Hopefully, she survives the hurricane. Because if this is the amount of water she got before it even hits, she in trouble. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you have evacuated early? If you are from Florida, do you think it is needed to evacuate? All right, let me know in the comment section. I will leave you with the overview, satellite view of what Milton is looking like. I'll see you next video.